lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest.
All right, Coach, the day's growing shorter, and folks in these parts gearing up for ski season, but we've got football to keep us busy right now from Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Mayfield on play action. Flushed out right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third and short yardage, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. On the return is Williams. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Locke. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback, Denzel Ward. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lock. He completes this to Sutton. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Browns drive about to get started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
Leo! Shoot!
This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Check, 53's Mike. Check, 50. Go, secret.
On 2nd and 7, Lock. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
First down, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, it's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. On third down, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt, and that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
All day, every day, any day. Go.
Locke going to try and throw on third down. Got a man. He finds Sanders. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And his first throw here is incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Barrett on play action. And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Well, this is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. The Browns drive about to get started. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Switch. Kill. Mike 59. Mike's 59. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Kendrick Bourne, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games. And that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 47. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Barrett looking to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake, Barrett. Escaping the pressure right. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, He's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On third down, it's Lindsey, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Well, the Broncos had 15 fourth-down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here.
Slam.
Hey, Sam off. Hey, Charlie. Hey. Hit it.
They'll go for it. It's locked. This is the tight end fan. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Clock now on first down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Sheldon Richardson forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Locke. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's third down. And McManus able to put it through. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Number 53, Mike 53. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Barrett sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Christian Kirksey. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down.
Hey, Orbit.
Ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Yeah. Lee Griffin.
On third and long, it's Locke. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. So good coverage there defensively, as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Protect. 180.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
They run again with Hunt. He finds an opening past the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 22. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Mayfield on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because I nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
I'm coming after you.
Here's Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They go play action. Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Bradley Chubb. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. This from 42 yards out. Seibert's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 23-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check, 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 check.
Topper, topper.
Alert 3.
Hey, Delta.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, high 7. Go.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Flush to his right. It's caught by Sanders. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2nd and 1 at the 42-yard line.
Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the 4th quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? They'll run again with Hunt. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Out. Alert, 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 alert.
Safe.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 11.
Hey, Alpha.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
Check four.
Fair. Shoot.
On first down, Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
Mike 58, right there. I'm here all day.
Go.
Switch.
Check. Fresno.
Check three. Watch safety.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mayfield. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
King. Five.
Check.
4th down, Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take off. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Go.
Watch twins.
Just 6-6. Pull it high.
Now Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. First down, Mayfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw, Mayfield. It's Hill, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Mayfield down. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out.